Okay, so rate of change. We'll talk about rate of change. Okay, so we looked at finding the derivative and the double derivative. Okay, and we're going to use that here. So distance, if they give you, for instance, the distance is st, they're going to give you a formula. If they ask this kind of question, they'll give you a formula, st is equal to, and then you get a formula. In this case, they said st is equal to 4,9 t squared. Okay, that's the formula they gave you here, because they took a stone and they dropped it, and it's falling, okay? And then the distance that it falls will depend on the time, for how long it's been falling. So after 1 second, it's S1 is equal to 4,9 times 1 squared, which is just 4,9 meters, okay? After 2 seconds, it's going to be 4,9 times 2 squared, which is 4 times 4,9. Okay, so that's almost 20 meters that it's fallen after 2 seconds. Okay, so this formula can change because you can drop a stone, or you can throw a stone, or you can shoot something at a very fast speed. So the formula will change. But then this stays the same every time. How to find the velocity and acceleration. So the one question might be determine the distance after 1 second or 2 seconds or 5 seconds. When you want the distance, you just substitute the time. After 5 seconds, it's going to be S5 will be equal to 4,9 times 5 squared. Then you know how far the stone has fallen after 5 seconds. Okay, so ST, this is the distance, where T is the time. Okay. Now let's say the question says that's the distance formula. Now here's the velocity, okay, that we want to calculate. And velocity is the rate of change of speed. So how to find the velocity is you take the derivative of the distance with respect to time. Okay, velocity, the derivative of the distance with respect to time. So you just take the derivative of this whenever they ask you to find the velocity. Okay. And so if the question says determine the velocity after 2 seconds, you're going to do two things. First, you're going to find the derivative of this. So you're going to say the derivative will be 4,9 times 2 is 9,8 t. Okay, so there's the derivative. 2 times this, subtract 1. And after 2 seconds, it's going to be S-2 will be 9,8 times 2, which gives you 19,6. Okay, so 9,8 times 2. Right, so you're going to get 19,6 meters per second. Okay, so think about it. The velocity 19,6 meters per second. That's basically how fast the stone is traveling after 2 seconds. Remember, the stone is going to go faster and faster as it falls to the ground. But after 2 seconds, the speed will be 19,6 meters per second. Let's say the question was determine the velocity after 7 seconds. Okay, what are you going to do then? Then you're going to say after 7 seconds, it's going to be S-7, 9,8 times 7. And then you can get the speed after 7 seconds. So you're going to get 68,6. 68,6 meters per second. So after 7 seconds, after you drop the stone, after 7 seconds, it's going at a very fast speed. At that specific moment, after 7 seconds. Okay, it's going to travel at 68 meters per second. Okay, so that's velocity. So now, when we talk about acceleration, acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. So velocity is the rate of change of speed, acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. How do we find acceleration? We take the derivative of the velocity with respect to time. So now, we got the derivative, which is for your velocity. Then for the acceleration, we must take the derivative of that. Okay, so it's a double derivative. Okay, so if they say determine the acceleration after 2 seconds, you must now say the double derivative would just be 9,8. Okay, that's a double derivative. Okay, 9,8. And then there's no t. So it's 9,8 everywhere. And that's meters per second squared. Why doesn't it change? If you put in 3, it doesn't matter. because there's no t, you can't put it in. So it's going to stay 9,8 the whole time because this is acceleration. Acceleration is how fast is it accelerating, basically. And that's going to be the same the whole time. It's not going to change. The speed is changing because it's accelerating, but the acceleration stays the same the whole time, 9,8 meters per second. So use double derivative to find acceleration. Right, so we got the velocity after 2 seconds, 90,6. After 7 seconds, 68,6, because it's changing the whole time. But now let's say the question says after 15 seconds. After 15 seconds, the rock that you threw down the hot air balloon, after 15 seconds it hits the ground. And the question is how high was the hot air balloon? Okay? So if it says after 15 seconds it hit the ground, then you can say 4,9 times 15 squared. You can substitute the time into the formula. They said after 15 seconds it hit the ground. So it was traveling for 15 seconds before it hit the ground. So obviously when you substitute the 15 into the equation, and the answer you get then, 1,102,5. 1,102,5 meters. That's how far it traveled in 15 seconds. Okay, so that means if it traveled for 15 seconds this far, it means the air balloon, hot air balloon, had to be this high when you threw it down. If it said after 20 seconds it hit the ground, then you just put 20 in. So as you can see, the ST is to find the distance. Okay, the derivative is to find the velocity, and the double derivative is to find the acceleration.